Shalom. This is Yasad from Trinidad coming with another short lesson. And let's start off by saying Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Shalom to the Akyam and Akwad that out there that's pushing this word in the four corners of the globe. Also Shalom and double honors to the apostles of GMS who continue to rule and guide us through the Spirit and bring us to the truth from day one. Right? So quick lesson, St. Lucia, Aruba and Antigua will reopen to tourists in June. The Caribbean is starting to reopen with 3 islands setting tentative dates to welcome tourists again. St. Lucia, Antigua and Aruba. And there's many others, right? But these 3 starting first, right? These 3 are totally dependent on tourism for all their income, right? Not like here Trinidad, we depend on oil and gas. We all know with the COVID-19, the oil and gas prices went right down. Oil went to minus something, but that's another lesson. Right, so St. Lucia will begin a phased reopening starting June 4th with updated sanitation protocols and allowing only the tourists from the United States. Why United States, by the way? If they are the epicenter of this whole COVID-19 now, which have the highest cases, highest deaths, why you'd want them to open to them first? Crazy. Before opening, local hotels will have to apply for a COVID-19 certificate from the government that shows that they've met more than a dozen criteria for sanitation protocols, social distancing, and more. Right? So all the hotels and taxis and everything that have to show that they have certificates of being sanitized, so that they could actually send back to it and say, hey, these people follow a certain protocol, a certain system, so you're safe when you come. Right? Visitors must present certificate proof of a negative coronavirus test taken within 48 hours of boarding of the flight when arriving on the island. Health authorities at ports will be conducting random temperature checks upon arrival. Right? Visitors must continue to wear face masks and practicing social distancing while on the island, and will find new safety measures in taxis to separate drivers and passengers. Hand sanitizer will be readily found on the island. So you see, you have to go through this system now. We have to get a negative before you travel, negative before you board the plane, and negative before you land there. And that is the initial step of this system that's eventually going to usher in the microchip, where it's going to start off first with this negative. Then when the so-called vaccine come out, you're going to turn to show me proof or tags or some sort of thing to show that you actually was vaccinated from COVID-19. And then eventually it's going to move to the microchip, right? Which is, is like the ultimate for them to show that that you was vaccinated, right? Not to mention the microchip will have all the information in it, so you wouldn't need no passport, credit card, or any kind of thing again. They're going to make it so convenient for you to travel with all this hassle of running here to get tests and waiting for a negative and then carry back here. And not to mention when you land, you have to get sanitized, you have to get, it takes longer. And to avoid all that hassle, if you get a chip with everything, all information in it, safe to go, it's like you get, a free pass. You could go through this line and go, and you're out in 2 minutes. Whereas, on the other side, you have to line up for hours maybe to get in. Right? Antigua will allow flights from the United States as well. You see, with the recommends on June 4th, to be allowed into the country, travelers will need to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test upon arrival at the airport. So you see, it's going to be a standard, and this is small islands, third world countries. So imagine the larger countries, right? They're going to require same kind of negative test in now, and then when the so-called vaccine come out, they're going to require a vaccine, either certificate or a tag or a brand or something, which eventually going to end up being a microchip because everything is going, digitized now. Right? So, short lesson, I just want to touch on this quickly. Revelation 13, and it starts from 16, and it calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he that had a mark. And then you could add long list after buy or sell, like traveling. You won't be able to travel. You might be able to go in the banks. You might be able to go in the market. You might be able to conduct certain transactions, like simple thing like going and put gas, or go to use well, I wouldn't say ATM, because if you had a chip, you know all the money is already there. But you won't be able to go in certain places and clubs and membership this and those kind of things without that mark, because that will be the new normal. Right? So with that, I want to say shalom until the next time.